You could give one piece of advice to a girl in her early 20s.
It's that you will never know the full extent of yourself until you solo travel. I put my life on that statement. You could read every book in the world and retain every piece of information from them. You could have a million boyfriends that reveal new things about yourself. You can watch every TV show and movie and listen to every podcast, everything, and think you know yourself. But you will never know the true depths of your heart until you go to a country where you don't speak the language, you don't know anyone, you don't know anything, but you enjoy yourself. I think solo traveling teaches you how resourceful you can be, and it reveals to you how you handle certain situations. Like, you can consume so much information from the comfort of your couch, but you need to get out into that world and see it by yourself and see the substance in which you're made of. Because I promise you, it will be revealed to you. Please, ladies, do this in your 20s. But I'm here to help, so check out my page for tips.
This is a question for anyone 25 and above. Do you feel like the development of your prefrontal...
Yes, one thing that I learned from turning 25 is that at the age of 21, 22, you really don't know anything. I don't know who this is gonna help, but as a 26-year-old, here are some things I learned after turning 25. Friendships can be as toxic, codependent, and manipulative as abusive relationships. If you notice these signs, find a way to distance yourself. Wear sunscreen every day, even if you're indoors. Buy men's jeans from Value Village and get them tailored to fit you. They last longer, the pockets are deeper, and this whole process usually costs me like $35. Hookup culture benefits men more than it will ever benefit women. Emotional intelligence is the bare minimum, but also the most important thing to look for in a partner. Value Village is better than Shein.
I just felt compelled to get this message out. Do not let nobody make you feel like you're not caught up enough in life. I just met this young girl or whatever, and she had like the prettiest spirit, and like she was like, "Oh, you're a senior," and stuff like that. I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, I'm a sophomore." I was like, "Okay." And then she was like, "You live on campus?" I was like, "No." And like I could tell, like she was like, damn, like I want to do that or whatever. But see, the thing about life is, it was a point in time where I was in her shoes, admiring people who got the new car, or admire people who got the new phone, or just like things that I aspired to want in life too. And so the point that I'm trying to make is, you're going to get there. Like, you're going to get there. Don't let nobody make you feel like, you know, you're not able, or that you're not going to get there. You're going to get there. It just takes time and patience and work. So that's a little message I want to leave.
To all the young ladies watching this, we need less Kim Kardashians and more Claire Huxtables. If you don't know who she is, Google her.
One thing I learned in my 24 going on 25 years of life is that you cannot operate in this world how you think it should be. You need to operate in this world as it is. You cannot go through life thinking that everyone has a good heart like you. You cannot go through this world thinking that everyone has integrity, because they don't. You cannot be in La La Land. Okay, you cannot just say like, oh, I'm a good person and I want to do that to someone, because guess what? They will do it to you. And 9 times out of 10, being a good person is just one, being a people pleaser, not knowing how to put yourself first, always accepting less because you don't know that you're deserving of more. That's your definition of being a good person and being humble. But allowing people to take advantage of you, always accepting the short end of the stick, does not make you a good person. It makes you a victim. It makes you prey. And you continue to have this victim mentality where like, oh, bad things always happen to me and I'm a good person. No, bad things happen to you because you allow it. And you don't have to become of the world. You don't have to adapt this villain era. You can still have good intentions and deal with people who you know have good intentions like you, but you cannot operate in this world just thinking that everyone is like you.
20 is for the pursuit of a tomorrow that is better than today. 20 is for options. 20 is for passion and knowledge and enjoyment. It is not for continuous compromise. It is not a time to say, this is the guy that I got to make it with because this is the guy that I have, and no matter what compromises, no matter what I don't like, no matter what he does, I have to put up with it because he's my man. 20 is for firing dudes when they don't act right. 20 is for figuring out what you like in certain men. 20 is for finding out what different kind of men are out there and which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to discard. It's not for picking up other people's clothes. It's not for sticking it out when you're not enjoying it anymore. 20 is an opportunity to move onward, upward, forward. Get a large life, so even if a dude doesn't end up in it, you still enjoy it. 20 is for creating all of that potential.
I know he's asking for one piece of advice, but I'm 50, so I've got a few. And they're nothing my parents ever told me or that your parents probably have ever told you. So you might want to listen. Number 1, when the nerd asks you out, say yes. Because he's the guy, not the hot jock, that's going to love and adore you and work hard to give you the life you want and deserve. Number 2, feel free to quit shit. We vilify quitting in this country, but the reality is that by quitting things, you not only learn your worth, but what you're willing to tolerate. Like, you should absolutely quit that job that isn't paying you the same amount as your male counterpart. And you should quit that bad, toxic relationship because you deserve better. And for God's sakes, absolutely quit oboe lessons. They are not going to come in handy. Number 3, make mistakes. How else are you gonna know what you're good at, what not to do, if you don't make mistakes? And it's true what they say, the only mistakes we really make are the ones we don't learn from. Number 4, do all your crazy beauty shit when you're young. Dye your hair a rainbow of colors, pierce your nose, get a tattoo. Full disclosure, I lasered off my tattoo a few years ago, but that's besides the point. Just do all this crazy shit when you're young, because by the time you're 30, you want to know what looks good on you, what works for you, so that you can focus on being a mature professional adult. And number 5, the most important tip I have to offer. Live and love completely unrestrained. Dance on tables, travel the world, kiss a lot of frogs, and be brave in your decisions. Just go for it all, because you'll be surprised at how the universe rewards you in return. That's all.
You kind of have this feeling when you're 19 that you own the world. You're beautiful, you're getting this attention, and I think that you can sort of think that you're the one in power, you're the one in charge, when you're actually being taken advantage of. And I think that's why so many women, when they look back on their lives, say like, wow, I was a child then, I didn't realize. For young models specifically, you're taught that, what I was saying about the blurred lines video, that there's someone who's prettier, who's more agreeable, who's not gonna, waste any money or time on set. So just, don't make a big fuss. I wish that I had learned, that people had told me that it's okay to say no, that you can have boundaries, you can say I don't feel comfortable with this. And then, just don't, make sure you're taken care of.
I have a little relationship advice for the young people today. If it is you in a relationship, you have no ties to this person, no chick, no child, no wedding ring, right? And this person is no longer making you happy. It's only stress, frustration, drama, and problems in your life. Leave